this NFC wildcard game.
I need somebody to post my stream. Right. Never mind, I got it.
So what?
I got it. I thought I couldn't post it. Post my stream. I got it though.
Oh, okay.
Scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
That nigga kicked off while I was putting the stream up.
They run. This is Cohen. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. If that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky looking deep for Gay. He's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Well, let's give some credit to the defense. They did a nice job there as they flushed him to his right. But he is able to buy some time, extend the play, and turned it into a short gain.
Now it's Trubisky. Flushed out right. That's caught by Howard. And down inside the 15 he goes. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Now Cohen. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, that's Cohen. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Called fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey. Zoom.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Right. Zoom. Hey, check 26. Yeah, Liz. Hey, check 26.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football, and they've got it here with a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All right. Hey, check 26.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Let's go, come on.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking deep downfield. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, 37 yards. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Onto the field now come the Bears. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. A quick hitter complete. It's Burton. Oh, breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he'll be out just just a yard or two shy of the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Now he'll throw deep left side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Come on, come on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down right around the 25. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. They just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at about the 32.
Teammate!
Now it's Rodgers. Rolling to his left. And this is incomplete. So 1:56 to play in this first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Get 300! Get 300! Hey, where y'all going? I got it back. Strong right! Strong right! Jump out!
Rodgers going to throw again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Hey, where y'all going? Zoom, zoom. Hey, check 26. Blue 58, on it. Watch the fan. Got it. Hey, check 26. Wide left.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. Rodgers to his tight end Graham on a big one. 48 yards. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Let's go, come on. Inside.
Now Harris. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Packers add on to their lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
319.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard battle. And up past the 35, a very good return, but a penalty down. That may negate all the good work.
Over here. 319. Yeah, this.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
26.
Hey, shit, let me know when y'all ready to hoop, though. Hit me up.
Rush it. Zoom.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Green 18. Hey, check 26. Jump out. Zoom. Take it. Green 18. Cali. Strong left, Cali.
Now Rodgers steps away. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play for the Pack on 3rd. 53 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
This is Harris, and he stopped immediately there. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers eluding the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2. The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd down.
Yep, they're in the nickel.
Hey, where y'all going? Hey, check 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up 4th down. And Crosby puts it through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, 51 yards. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. And he's able to put it through. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
258. Hey, check 26. Yeah, Liz. Jump out. Jump out. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Snap comes at 1. The left side throw complete to Adams. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Here's Harris, and an alley to run. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They run again with Harris. And he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36.
319. Watch the run. Zoom. 319.
This is Harris. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
319.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
On 3rd down, it's Harris. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
All right.
push his way forward here for a good little gain. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
We are going.
They run with Harris. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Eddie Jackson with a tackle. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And Crosby puts it through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, push their backs clearly against the wall.
This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Trubisky. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Clay Matthews in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here trying to preserve the lead. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Trubisky to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Throwing now is Trubisky. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
That's fine, yeah. No. Back to
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Hey, we're not going.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It's taken to the 26. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Charles, you get into these
How do they not stop the clock, dog? That's whack.
And you know we're going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
So that's a wrap.
Yeah.
And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.
Wow, bruh. That was a field goal range and everything. Hell no, Mitch would have floated that bitch to the stands. We hooping, yeah?